guys, welcome back and welcome to the first video of 2022. I guess technically it's still 2021 when this video is going to go out, but I was getting it requested like left and right, and I didn't want to post it during Christmas, so I thought I would post it as like a New Year's Eve type of video. It's not New Year's Eve related, obviously, but Gabriel Henrique released a video with Jade Salles, I think is how you say her last name. It's a cover of Endless Love, which, you know, was originally done by Lionel Richie and Diana Ross and was later covered by Luther Vandross with Mariah Carey. So I'm not sure if they'll be, you know, doing the original arrangement or if they'll be doing the Mariah Carey, Luther Vandross arrangement. The title says Mariah Carey and Luther Vandross, so maybe that's what they'll be doing. I don't know. This is a song that I know very well. I know both arrangements. Of course, with this version, if they're doing the Mariah version, there's certain little vocal thingies that she does that I just think are really pretty that aren't in the original. But anyway, I've never heard this Jade girl sing before, so I don't know what she sounds like. And so obviously I don't know what they'd sound like together, so I'm curious about those two things. And besides him singing with Pedro Henrique, which some of you were telling me is his brother, some saying it was like a cousin, and some saying it was his best friend, so I'm not sure if they're related at all, but that's the only time I've seen him sing with somebody else. So this is a new one. I wanted to post it as soon as possible, and Fridays are my feature Friday where I feature a new artist. This is why this is being posted on a Friday and why it's still technically being posted in 2021 instead of 2022. But if you like my Gabriel Henrique videos, you are in luck because the entire first week of January starting, well, I mean, tomorrow is January 1st, but going all through January 9th is nothing but Gabriel Henrique reactions. I'll have my regular Tuesdays with Maury where I react to Morissette, and I plan on throwing in a throwback Thursday of Mariah Carey's Vanishing because I plan on posting his cover of Emotions on that day, so it's kind of like a Mariah Carey twofer. But also for Tuesdays with Maury, I plan on uploading her version of Oceans the same day that I post Gabriel Henrique's cover of Oceans in English. I've reacted to his version of Oceans with Pedro Henrique while they're singing it in Portuguese, and I loved it. So if you want to see that, it's up here. But I've talked way too long, so let's just jump into the reaction.
My love.
Oh, multi-camera.
There's only you in my life. The only thing that's right.
My first love.
Yeah, yeah.
Your every breath that I take. Your every step I make.
I like her.
I want to share all my love
with you.
Hey, you, more else we do.
Real quick, I know that he doesn't speak English very well, but compared to like the videos that I've seen of him that are clearly older, his English pronunciation in this video is a lot more clear. Like, I could always understand what he was singing, but something I noticed that when he sings words that end in G, he ends it like with a K sound. So like on the line, the only thing that's right, it sounded like the only think that's right. Just a little bit. It's a very subtle thing that I'm hearing when he does that, but his pronunciation is a lot better. So I don't know if he's taking like any kind of English lessons or if he's just practicing, but his pronunciation is really, really good. And I really like her. And I can hear like the Mariah Carey thing that you know, is in the arrangement, but she's not trying to sound like her, which is so refreshing because a lot of times when people cover Mariah Carey songs or songs in the style of Mariah Carey, they try to do every little lilt and run and riff and everything just like her, and it's very predictable. And while it is impressive, I'd rather hear something different and whatnot. But that's just me. So jumping back into it.
Your eyes, they tell me how much you care. Oh, yes.
I like the multi-camera thing.
Always be my endless love.
She opens her mouth really wide too to get, you know, sounds out, which is typical.
Two hearts that beat as one. Our lives have just begun, and forever, I hold you close in my arms. I can't resist your charm. No, 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 no.
That was so nice.
You know I don't mind. Oh, baby, you mean the truth. I
Yeah, opening the mouth really big like she's doing is something that kind of gives it away that she's classically trained, or at least to choir. Falsetto is so amazing. I should have known. I should have known.
I can't deny this love.
Did you hear that reverb on the word deny?
And I give it on to you. My love, my endless love.
Sir and ma'am.
My love.
That was so good. That was so good. Wow. But I was not expecting him to whistle. I saw someone in one of the comments of, I think it's Run to You. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, because I said in that video that I didn't know he could whistle, and no one told me that. And they left a comment saying that it's more fun to see the reaction of people whenever they hear him whistle for the first time when they don't know that that's something he can do. So thanks again for not letting me know that he's going to whistle in this one, because it threw me off. I didn't think it was going to happen, and then he just decides to throw in a whistle for no reason. And he's singing the Luther Vandross part, and she's singing the Mariah Carey part. So in a way, I guess it makes sense that he would put in a whistle, but at the same time, not so much. But I like how they sound together. They sounded really, really good. I really like her. She might have to make an appearance on this channel, like solo, at some point. I have like this ongoing playlist of Brazilian artists that I need to react to. And the month of January, I am planning on doing like themed weeks. So back in August I did this because I have so many reaction requests for certain artists that if I were to post, you know, 1 or 2 videos a week of a particular artist to get through that list, I would still be reacting to them almost, you know, forever. So what I ended up doing in August was I created these things called theme weeks. So I had a Morissette theme week, I had a Katrina Velarde theme week, budakhel, Whitney Houston. It started off as I was only going to do a Whitney Houston theme week because there's a lot of artists that cover Whitney Houston songs that I was getting, you should listen to so-and-so cover Whitney Houston singing this. So I ended up having a Whitney Houston cover theme week, and then I posted a video of Whitney Houston, and I decided to do it in August because her birthday is August 9th. But I've decided to have another theme week month. So this first week is Gabriel Henrique. I just have today and tomorrow as kind of like bonus videos. But starting Sunday is technically Gabriel Henrique week, and all the Sundays are still going to be Gabriel Henrique videos. It's just Monday through Saturday will be, you know, whoever I'm reacting to. First week is going to be Gabriel Henrique. The second week is going to be Morissette. So she released her EP Signature, and I was getting requests to react to the live performances that she's released, but she's been releasing them like one at a time, like very slowly. And I wanted to react to them, but I sort of wanted to do it all in one sitting. So that's basically what her week is going to be. And then the next week is going to be another Whitney Houston theme week. I'm going to try to filter in actual Whitney Houston performances. So I do have some like figured out what I'm going to do. But I also have some covers. So I have like a Feature Friday. I do plan on finally reacting to Glennis Grace singing Run to You. And I plan on reacting to Sohyang singing I Have Nothing. And of course Gabriel Henrique is in there a couple times because obviously. And then the final week, just for fun, I wanted to do a Disney themed week. I'm not sure what I'm going to do for my Feature Friday for Disney themed week, but we'll see what happens when I get there. But that's been it for this video. I don't know what is going on with my hair there. Okay. So if you like these kinds of videos where I react to things, then please consider hitting the subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified when I have new videos coming out, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.